Hello friend, it's Pixie. I'm glad you joined me. So I just wanted to make a real quick and dirty Inktober video because it starts tomorrow and I've watched a bunch of Inktober prep videos and I haven't seen anyone address this specific topic that I want to talk about. So I thought I would just real quick add my opinion to the conversation, and I can show you what I'm gonna be doing and stuff as well. I don't have my tripod with me, so I'm just holding my phone, and it's very DIY. It's the DIY aesthetic I'm going for. Anyway, I want to talk about adapting Inktober to your personal needs, both as an artist and as a human being. Because, surprise, artists are human beings. Who would have thought? So, basically, the question I think you need to ask yourself is, what would it benefit you the most to focus on, for where you're at in your art journey? Would you benefit the most from using Inktober to develop a daily drawing habit? Because if so, maybe then you shouldn't be stressing about posting everything on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. Or maybe, like the original Jake Parker, you want to focus on your inking skills. Maybe you want to use it to practice a particular subject, like drawing rooms with perspective, or drawing hands, or drawing a character design, or whatever it is that you're interested in, that you want to practice, that you want to get better at. Let me check my notes. Or maybe, like me, you want to practice developing ideas, work on your creativity, your creative skills. The technical skills also, but I want to focus on the ideas. So I did 31 watercolor paintings in July when it was World Watercolor Month, and I learned a lot from that. One of the things I learned was that I had a lot of fun trying to come up with solutions for the prompts, but I found that doing one every day, I didn't have enough time or energy to properly dedicate myself to developing ideas. And I did that when I had nothing else to do. I was unemployed and feeling kind of ill, and I was just doing that. We didn't have a lot of political activity going on, so that's what I was doing, and doing one every day was kind of a lot for me. So when it came to planning Inktober, which I started doing at the start of August, as soon as World Watercolor Month was over, I decided that I didn't want to do 31 drawings, because I knew that I would be going to school again and having more political stuff to do, and obviously both of those take priority over something like this that is like a self-imposed challenge. Not self-imposed, it's a whole big thing online, but you know what I mean. I don't have to do this, I do have to go to school, and I don't technically have to do political stuff, but it is more important to me, so yeah. So that was the first thing I decided, and I also decided that something I really want to get better at is political illustration. It's something I haven't done a lot because I think it's really hard. It's really difficult, and because it's so important to me, I tend to get stuck in my own head and worry a lot about if it's good enough. So I set myself the challenge to do 15 political illustrations this Inktober, and I think it's a good challenge because it is a challenge, but it's also at an achievable level. So that's something I really want to put out there, because I think that with a lot of the Inktober content you see full-time artists doing complete detailed ink illustrations every single day, and that's not what everyone's gonna be able to do or what's gonna be the most beneficial for everyone to do. And a lot of artists create like Inktober scenes, like collected art books and stuff of their Inktober work, and I think that also maybe creates a pressure, or you can see that and be like, dang, I need to make this product worthy, you know? And that's not what it has to be about. Like maybe for certain artists, Inktober may be most beneficial as like a professional project, something to make money of. But for the majority of us, that's not what's gonna benefit us the most, because it's all about where you're at and what you want to do with your drawings. And I want to touch on the health stuff as well. Basically, it is a challenge, so it's hard. Like, it's gonna be hard, but it shouldn't kill you. So I would suggest that when you think about like your daily routine and fitting Inktober into it, if you maybe it doesn't need to be daily, you know? That's all I'm saying. Because I think setting realistic goals, like it's still gonna be a challenge, but one you can actually complete. Because doing like 5 days and then burning out is just really discouraging and ultimately isn't gonna help your art journey very much. Whereas if you do every other day, or maybe do the sketch one day and then ink it the next day, or one drawing a week, some people do, like whatever is gonna work for your schedule. So I would suggest just taking an honest look at what your life's gonna be like in October, as far as you know right now, and set your Inktober goals, your personal Inktober goals, according to that. I think that's the good, healthy way, because it's supposed to be fun, you know? Like, it is a challenge, and it is to help us grow, but it's also supposed to be fun. Like, especially since it's such a big communal, collective thing, it's good to have fun with it. Draw something silly, or draw fewer drawings, or do whatever you need to do, you know? So I started planning my like illustration ideas in September. I haven't gotten as far along as I would have liked, so I'm not as prepared as I would have liked, but we're gonna give it a go and see. This is a sketchbook that I'm dedicating to it, and it's another cheap sketchbook from Tiger, big surprise. I did a linoleum print on the cover of Marks and Engels, but the linoleum print paint that I used, I was under the impression that it's waterproof, but apparently it is not. So Engels is a bit smudged. This is what it looked like originally. And that sketchbook has kind of thin paper. So I'm mostly gonna be using like fine liner pens, Unipin, and I have a couple of these Mangaka flexible brush pens. Maybe some grayscale alcohol markers if I feel like it. We'll see. I'm trying to keep it simple, focus on the ideas in the drawings, because that's a big challenge for me. I really want to learn to clearly communicate an idea, and also get better at just coming up with my own illustrations and not relying too much on various reference photos. And that's really difficult because, I don't know, it's pretty early days for my art journey and need those references to get hands right and get clothing folds right and that kind of stuff. I'm learning. By the way, if you want to hear more about my experience with World Watercolor Month, I wanted to make a video about it, but I did not have the energy at the time, so I didn't. But I did make a sort of scene thing. I just compiled scans of the paintings and wrote about the process and everything I learned in a PDF that you can get on my Gumroad. I will put a link in the doobly-doo if you're interested, if you think it would be helpful. The file is too big for it to be free, so it is $1. So, you know, whatever. I think that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope it was helpful in some way, and I hope that you have fun this October, if you're doing it. And if you're not doing it because that's what you had to do, then good luck on your art journey anyway. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.